Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Burning Truth. I'm Nathan Goff. I am joined by the Maticus Wildest Burns.
Changing every time.
Yeah, you know, if anyone's ever seen him eat a kebab, you would think it's a wild animal.
So that's why you keep going, here is
the wild, untamed Maticus Burnicus.
We are in the ventures of the deep city.
You were in the adventures of something. I think you can call it deep. So, I'll get this off my chest straight away.
I would know what you're going to go with straight away.
Someone is a little bit bitter.
Nope, I'm not better.
Someone
Fact.
is a little bit bitter.
Fact.
Because
Fact.
I called the card down perfect.
No, you didn't.
The money in the bank was not advertised as a cash-in because it's a wild thingy. You know, because if that's the case, I could call your old clean sheet a non-valid clean sheet because you didn't say that Seamus wouldn't cash in money in the bank.
I did say that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't because I never asked you for it. So
Exactly. So you never asked, but I asked you this
no,
time.
you didn't. You said, do you think? Not, are you going to put a prediction on it?
Are you trying to use technical terms here?
I am using technical terms. I have an A-level in law.
Seamus left with the title.
You asked my opinion. You didn't say.
You are,
do you think
I
this
am
will
still
be a
counting
match?
you as you've won. That
I've
one.
won, and it's a clean sheet.
It's not a clean sheet.
It's a clean sheet.
Folks, I think it's better if we actually let them decide.
They can decide, but until they tell me otherwise,
In
it
your
is
head.
a clean sheet. So that's 2-1 on clean sheet, because I will validate your clean sheet. It was a fair clean sheet. I got one before, which I didn't put the money in the bank not being cashed in on. So therefore, I should be 2-1 on clean sheets.
All right, we'll see. We'll let them we'll let them decide.
It's just that someone is suffering from a little bit of bitterness over there.
I'm not suffering over bitterness.
Someone's uveitis has come back.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
You know? Oh, uveitis. I can smell it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
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 Yes.
No.
So no, it hasn't come back.
It hasn't come back.
So you are not infected anymore.
I am not affected.
Well, that's what I heard from last night.
I am not affected by uveitis.
You are infected by uveitis.
Why am I affected by uveitis?
Because I said you're infected by uveitis.
Oh, just because you said it. Are you a medical doctor? Are you a doctor?
Pardon?
Are you a doctor? And and you're not a Time Lord either.
I could be. I have helped someone who can't make a decision properly make a decision 2 weeks running.
Are you about the sound guy here?
The sound guy has been cured any time I'm near him. It does take a little bit of a...
Heal me, Nate! Heal me! Even though he doesn't say a word.
He says more than a word to me.
And no one's ever heard him speak.
One day they might.
One day they might. And knowing our luck, it'll probably just be a squeak.
It's right. I suppose I can find something that gets on his nerves enough where I can force him to speak. I think that will be it, yes.
Yeah, I had a feeling that would be it.
So today's only going to be a quick episode.
Which is due to...
Which is due to me. I've got some other appearances that I need to make.
And you also got dragging me along.
Yeah, the episode might be on a different day next week.
Yep.
Due to me having a pool commitment. It might be a bit later on the Saturday night. It depends what time I get done. I'm playing in my first proper Pro-Am event next week.
Well done.
So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm going to get my arse kicked, raped and no Vaseline, but we shall see. Have
a bit of faith.
I do. It's first to 3. It means I can only lose 3-0. So we will. So if you just bear with me, our first... I've just had a picture sent in to me on about a topic that would annoy him. So I'll just show my colleague that.
Yeah. the funny thing about it is, he actually sent me that during the week. He sent me that during the week, and I was like, really? He's gonna. It's like he doesn't speak words, but give him a text message, a messenger or some sort. Oh, he's away then. You can't get the guy to shut up.
Oh yeah, if you give him a computer, he's what I like to call a keyboard warrior.
Really?
Hopefully, if I insult him enough, he'll speak.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
Isn't that just an alternative name for a troll?
You've called him a troll. I was being nice.
No, I was calling him a troll.
The word troll came out of your mouth.
It did, but I didn't actually aim it at him.
I find that quite insulting to the poor lad. It isn't his fault.
He never speaks.
And you never shut up.
He never speaks.
And you never shut up.
Point. So basically what you're saying is, I need to talk less so we can talk more.
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
Doesn't work like that.
So, let's cover what we're here to cover. And I've just dropped my pen.
And breaking stuff already?
Now I'm trying to figure out which way my pen dropped.
Probably behind you.
That reason. It is behind me. So, what did you think of the women's match?
It's Survivor Series, I believe, you're on about.
Survivor Series and Raw. The Raw one was better than the Survivor Series one.
Oh, no kidding! No kidding. I just thought it was a bit... It didn't go right. It just seemed a bit wrong, the fact that we had the bigger match on...
I do apologise
Raw.
about this, folks. I wasn't actually shouting for tits. TT, come here. There we go.
You got your mascot.
I have my version of Matilda.
There you go. But the point being is, why is it that the pay-per-view match was less? Aren't they meant to be isn't the pay-per-view match meant to be better?
Yes, however, the Raw one was better.
One thing I've got to point out, though. Why is it the announcers always make it sound devastating that a submission move on the announce table is more devastating on the announce table?
In all fairness, that submission move, you're not getting out of it with
Oh,
whoever
no,
you are.
no.
There is no
You're in
crawling to
agony.
the ropes.
You're in agony regardless.
But
the point being is,
Paige.
it depends on it depends on the person, and Paige has got to have the strength to be able to do,
Because it's like a squat as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a modification. It's, as they say, it's a bit like the Educator mixed with the double arm crosswing, I believe. Which is, it's nasty. It's known as, it's been called many different names. At the moment, it's the Page tap out.
Yeah, it is.
But nasty move. One I don't want to be taken anytime soon. Again.
However, will she be able to use that further on in her career?
Possibly, but then again, if you think about it, she hasn't just got that. She's also got the Rampage.
I know, but we don't really see her use the Rampage quite a lot to end matches.
And you've also got the Page Turner. If I'm not mistaken as well.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been done for a while, but the difference is she's got the moves to be able to, she's got moves that she can do on multiple opponents. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. So, what else happened on Survivor Series that was worthwhile? The two semi-final matches started off slow and then didn't really have anything until the last 5 minutes. So
I'd agree with that.
The main event
How
went out the main event you expected.
Yeah. Too obvious.
I expected Triple H to come down in like his gear, his ring gear. But he didn't.
He didn't. He just turned up, wanted to shake hands, and make out he's his boy, and Roman just goes, spear.
What did you think about Braun Strowman being taken out to the tag match?
The way it was done, utter crap. But I think it's better to protect him. It's better to protect him that way.
Yeah.
However, it didn't look, it just didn't look right. How it happened, it was like, oh, we're just going to switch it quickly on the fly. No one's paying attention to what happened on SmackDown or Raw, even though it was only a few days ago. To then literally just go, do the crowd pay attention? Yes, we do.
If you wonder why Matt Baines just paused in the middle of that, I just put a bit of Matt Baines merchandise on our version of Matilda. It's the first ever dog that's actually got away with wearing like the Brodus Clay hat.
Are we expecting some dance moves from the dog?
She's more over than Brodus.
Oh, Brodus, yeah. Who, by the way, speaking of which, where is he?
Oh, interesting note. TNA's tour to India cancelled.
Wonder why.
Supposedly over security concerns.
Possibly.
But now, this is a little bit off topic, but isn't America more of a security concern than India at the moment?
Possibly.
India haven't bothered anyone.
No idea, but I think they're just playing it safe.
Yeah, I understand. But the tour's been called off. It's going to be done sometime next year if TNA's still around.
And if they deal with pop goes well.
Talent who was booked and itinerary given are being paid for the tour. So, some people got a free payday there.
Money, 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 money.
It'll be paid late, but there's still a free paycheck coming at
Dollar,
some
dollar,
point.
dollar, dollar.
Food stamp, food stamp, food stamp, food stamp.
I can eat, I can eat, I can eat.
So, TNA comes to the UK, hopefully, in January 2016.
Well, they've already had Kurt Angle over here doing a tour because there was a friend of ours touring with Kurt Angle. He is a ring announcer. He is a / comedian, as we have heard some of the funniest stuff from him. But we only know him as Rob Maltman.
Really talented, really talented person, folks. If you get a chance to go watch Leicester Championship Wrestling or Southside, you'll witness a genius at work.
The funny thing about it is, it's not that he can do the characters if he need be. He can be the nice guy. He can pretend, he can have the crowd turn on him because he's got somebody else filling in for him, like Melina and whatnot. But the point being is, the man knows how to do the job, and
he also does it with an American style ring announcing as well.
Yes.
He isn't quite. He's a ring announcer, and then he's also like a play-by-play character.
Yeah.
His play-by-play stuff is better than his ring announcing. The best ring announcer in Britain at the moment is the bloke for ICW.
I take it yes, because this following contest is scheduled for one fall. And the fact that somehow every time Grado comes out, he's got some new weight classification.
Weighing in tonight at the Total Divas cast.
Or 1.5.
It's 0.17 metric tons.
He's always got something different, and it's hilarious.
Right, now you've quickly mentioned Grado. Why isn't Grado as over in America as he is here?
Everyone has their own taste. Every market has its own taste.
I can't believe I'm about to use this sentence.
But
wait, because make sure you're sitting down because I'm about to say the
I'm
one
already
sentence that I haven't said in 2 or 3 years. I think he'd be over in PWG.
Oh.
I really do think he'd get over at PWG because he's got the silly antics that would get over with the crowd.
He gets over anywhere. But the funny thing about it is, also at the same time, I think it's the way he's been booked. He's been booked weekly. You know, because when he was in TNA, did he actually have a win?
I think he's won a few.
1 or 2. But these were against nobodies.
We call Al Snow a nobody.
Or
Al Snow does not approve of your attitude.
I did not say.
And
You did
neither
not.
does
You. What does everybody want?
Head. What
What
does
is
a
it?
Matt Burns need?
I'm not even going to... Right, point being is...
I'm sure there's a few listeners that wouldn't mind helping you out there, Mr. Burns.
Right, fair enough.
There's some artificial heads that someone can donate to you to shake around for a bit. If anyone's got a mannequin that you can lend Matt Burns.
Why did that sound wrong then? Right. I'm not saying he hasn't beat nobody, but is Al Snow regularly wrestling on TNA?
Hey, if you beat a legend.
Oh, I'm not saying... Right. Al Snow has always done what's best for business.
Right, I'm about to reverse logic you here.
Go on.
Was doing the call out to the legends back in 2011.
Yeah.
If he beat one of them legends, because he's the sort of comedy gimmick we're looking at,
Yeah.
same level, how much would that have meant for Heath Slater?
To him, plenty. To him, possibly plenty, but it depends on who they want to give him. But then again, Heath Slater is somebody who lost a litter.
Yeah, but imagine if he'd beat Vader.
Imagine if he beat Sid.
Yeah, how much would that have meant?
It would have meant quite a lot. However, it's the way they've done it. It's like, he's beat a legend. Okay, that upped him. What did they do with that momentum?
Well, they kicked it.
That's what I'm saying.
But
That's the problem. Straight away.
I'd put Al Snow on the same level as like a Sid or a Vader for surprise value wrestling at the moment. It don't happen often.
It doesn't happen often. And he knows what he's doing. He's a good wrestler. And he is. You know, watch his ECW days. Watch his, when he was in WWE.
There's a match that Matt Burns says never happened in
I'm not
history.
on about that match. Avoid that match. Avoid that match. It never happened.
Which one's that?
No, I'm not saying it.
It's a Hell in a Cell, isn't it?
No.
Comes under Hell in a
No.
Cell. His eyes twitchy.
No.
This is almost like Matt's favourite. This is the second favourite match.
No!
This is behind Vince and God.
I would prefer you declare that instead of this fucking match.
So, at the moment, I'm actually working out your actually favourite list.
No, you're not.
So, at
I
number
goddamn hate that entire angle, that entire match. It was abysmal.
It could have been better.
Could have. Could have. Are you kidding me? It's not could have. Should have is the real answer. Should have been better. Oh no, we're just going to put. What did they call it? Go on.
Dog Kennel
Dog kennel.
for Mahal match.
Dog kennel and hell match. Whatever. Where you had to escape a cage, avoid rabid dogs, and escape the Hell in a Cell. What happened when they got the dogs in? Did they look rabid? Did they look like they were attacking the owners?
No.
Did they look like they were doing dog business instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way that they could have probably made that better is probably turn it into a comedy and had Road Dogg Jesse James going, "Welcome to the dog house."
And where have you watched that line from?
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're on about. The point being is that's the only way they could have made it better. Would you agree?
I don't know. The match itself wasn't bad.
It was the fact of how they made it out to be the most diabolical, vicious, ravenous match. It's one, not for the weak of heart. Yeah, correct. Actually, the correction. They were actually correct on it. It wasn't for the weak of heart. Just not in the way that they assumed it would have been.
I could have seen worse.
Go on. Give an example.
Sting versus Abyss and what was supposed to be a casket
Oh,
match.
you mean the last rights match?
Yeah, where the casket lid was destroyed because Abyss put Sting through the lid.
Through said casket.
Big Show versus Undertaker.
Oh, you're on about...
Casket match.
Did that happen? Did that happen?
Didn't like the match, and the reason I didn't like that match is because why would you have a second casket waiting backstage? Why?
Hashtag.
Oh, I know, because everyone destroys the first one. It's the first time it's ever been done, and that would have been a really good way to finish.
They could have thrown the match out.
Yeah.
A new way. Oh no! Oh no! The cast has been absolutely destroyed. Oh wait, here's what we made earlier.
Who's destroyed that? Oh, well, it's just a shame for you that I've got another one back here.
Right here with your,
With the right measurements and everything.
It's almost like one of them salesmen, like that you get when you walk into a shop. When you go into an electronics store, DVD video combo, and they always follow up with, "I've actually got one of these myself." Jesus Christ, where the fuck did they live? A warehouse?
But no, they had a really different way to build up an angle with that
They
feud.
could have. Did they?
No.
Nope.
Here's what I made earlier, and this is what you're going to fall in.
That's it. Done. End of. Fair enough.
So, what else annoys me? So what else annoys me at the moment with matches that we've seen?
Oh, screw that.
About the last ride.
We did have an actual complete list of things to talk about. This episode just seems like just more of a, what can we kick off about?
Well, it's interesting. If anyone's got any opinions on the worst matches that they've seen, let us know. Punjabi Prison.
I saw that one coming a mile off. Punjabi Prison. Hyped up. First time ever. And the biggest shocker is it was originally meant to be for Great Khali.
Yeah, and it was Big Show and Undertaker, the first one.
Yeah. But it was hyped up and advertised. It's Khali. Because he's from, it's...
It's a structure so lethal, it's made from bamboo. Because bamboo's known to hurt people.
It's deadly.
It's not deadly, pandas eat it. The structure's so deadly, a panda loves it.
I think what made it worse is the fact, the excuse of the switch. Visa. Or it's either visa or you're not medically cleared to wrestle, or something.
Oh no, we was there at the event.
Yeah. It was something.
But what I didn't understand, the promos. If you look at the promos in the build up to Punjabi Prison, they made it look like one of the most lethal structures known to man.
We're seeing a pattern here, aren't we? We're seeing a bit of a pattern here, aren't we?
And then...
It's the most diabolical, cynical, diabolical match. It's one that, not for the weak of heart.
People in prison in India are scared of this match. Do they have this much bamboo in India? It was... And at the top, there wasn't like barbed wire. It was like bamboo shoots made into pointy spikes. They were that dangerous, The Undertaker could knock them down so we could climb over them.
Right. There's my exit.
Yeah, right. You've locked me inside this structure, so I'm going to have to climb up one, and then...
And the rules that they had.
Yeah.
The damn little doors.
We'll keep the doors open for a minute on each side.
But you have to call for it.
Yeah.
And then once it shuts permanently. So basically it's just a double cage match with wood.
Yeah.
Got wood.
Need one. But...
I bet you the Dudleys just looked at that match and just gone, that could have been, that wood could have been used for some good tables.
But there was also a big massive wooden opening on the door.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep that together with chain. However, we're not putting a cage underneath the ring, so if there's some bolt cutters under there, you're more than welcome.
Chunk! Where did they come up with the... Geniuses.
I'm just trying to think of some other match types now that have annoyed me.
Oh, I've got one.
I've got one after, and it comes from my favourite company.
What, TNA?
Yeah.
Teardown.
Yeah.
So we hit the same one. Are you kidding? You actually hit the same one. Why is it yours?
Because you had one match where no fucker could get out.
Are we on the same wavelength here?
Why make a match where
Homicide.
When people are tired and your hands are slippy, bear in mind that that's steel/metal.
1 minute worse is, Homicide got asked if got advised to test it out, just see if he could do it. He was asked, yeah man, yeah I can do that, easy peasy, I can climb out of cages. But what he didn't realise was, he's got a match with other people. They're doing insane stuff. They're going to be tired. Now, I don't know...
Who won the first one?
The very, very, very
Was it
first
Jeff
one.
Hardy?
It may have been Jeff Hardy. I'm not 100% sure. I may have to quickly research that. So, if you want to continue on with the...
But no, it's just the fact that no one could get out of this cage because everyone kept slipping. Whose idea is it to have a cage and then stick a dome on top?
They got it from Mad Max idea.
And the only way through is to scale backwards. It must be an incline of like 60 to 70 degrees.
The funny thing about it was, it actually came... The match itself was using like AAA. And used effectively. In some degrees, it was used like as a last resort big match. But they sort of made it more or less rare. But the problem with this is, if they haven't got the practice in it, or if they're not used to doing the pull-ups or whatever, that's one match. If they turn around and said to me, "Oh, are you going in?" Hell's no!
Do you want me to win it? Yeah. Not going in then. Why?
Ain't happening.
I can't climb that fucking thing.
Give me a fucking ladder. I might have to take a whack at it then.
Give me a ladder. Give me a rope.
Really?
Well, I could tie myself to the cage.
I'd more likely get...
Have you seen Batman?
I see what you're doing. I can see what you're thinking now.
If you get so far up, then you can tie the rope to the cage, and if you fall, you just swing until you get...
Was it called the Terror Dome match?
I think it's called the Escape the Asylum or something.
Right, I'm just checking now.
Another stupid match type. WCW, where they electrocuted Abdullah the Butcher.
House of Horrors.
Yes. So, for people that haven't seen this match, the whole idea, to win the match, you had to put someone in an electric chair and electrocute them. Now, usually, the electric chair...
Where are we starting with this? Are we starting with the fact of how the match actually ended, or shall we actually mention the absolute utter fuck up that happened?
I'm going for the...
the
actual...
It was Kaz.
was it Kaz?
Kaz.
Okay, because I remember seeing a picture of Jeff Hardy sitting on top of the cage.
No, that was when Homicide won it. He came out and just battered him. It's like, crowd went pop. Hey, he's back! But everyone's like cheering him on. It's like the first thing I thought of. The crowd are cheering for this. Really? He just had a hard fought match against all them other guys. Jeff Hardy's come in fresh and just beat up a worn out guy. That doesn't sound very nice.
Jeff Hardy just killed the poor bastard. Way to go, Jeff.
Winner.
He's learned something from C.
This has got one of your favourite people in this.
Go on.
In the match. And in the actual first one. He actually has his own gaming channel.
Apollo Creed.
Well, he was known as Consequences Creed then. Mr. Up, Down, Down himself was in that match.
That'd actually be interesting to hear his thoughts on that match.
It would be. The point being is, that match, you had to win it. You had to climb up and escape it. Now, I don't care what anybody else says, that's no easy way to get up there.
No.
So, how did they expect somebody who's worn out, completely tired, get up there? Isn't that a health and safety risk?
I thought they would have gone with someone like Amazing Red or someone.
Yeah. Well, are we continuing on with the more bad ideas?
Yeah.
Actually, we need to get back to the one that you just mentioned, the House of Horrors match. Shall we mention the finish? The idea of the finish?
So, mention the idea of the match. Because it's the idea of the match that pisses me off. Right, so for those of you that aren't aware, the electric chair is the death penalty.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
So usually anyone that goes on the electric chair usually dies.
Is going to die. It's electricity.
So, you explain the match because you were alive when the match happened.
Alive? Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know.
Explain the match.
Basically, the idea is you got two teams. They start pummeling each other. Eventually, they start. They call to lower in middle cage with the electric chair. Now, when that's coming down, and you've got a ring full of wrestlers, can you see a problem here? What happens if the inner cage lands on somebody? Yeah, he ain't getting back up. That's pretty much done there. You get it down, and the idea of the match is they get him in, they tie him in, and they flip the switch to electrocute him. But when you actually watched it, it just looked like more like sparklers going off with light flickers, and you got Abdullah just looking like he's either having an aneurysm.
Doesn't he kill the rest of his team afterwards? Doesn't he hit a couple of his team members afterwards when he
supposedly regains consciousness and starts attacking them? Yeah.
It was just the whole idea behind the match that didn't quite.
And I think what made it worse is how they got into the end scenario. He's fighting one of the, I think it was Rick Steiner or Scott Steiner, and he took one of the worst belly to bellies into the chair. You've seen it, haven't you?
The infamous belly to belly.
Right. I'm going to hug you, turn you around and sit you down. That's how it looked. It wasn't, whoa, or anything special. It was just, oh, pick up, turn, sit. Now, the mistake that I'm going to have to bring up here, it's one that gets brought up quite a bit. Especially when Mick Foley is involved, who was shockingly involved in this match as Cactus Jack. Do you know what the mistake is here?
What?
Do you actually know what the mistake I'm about to mention now?
No, so I am
No.
listening.
Oh, wait till you hear that. The idea of the match is you've got to get your opponent, one of the opponents, into the chair and flip the switch.
Right.
And these aren't one of the usual switches like a lever or anything. Do you like the old the proper cartoon, the ones that's got like the handle with the two metal bars?
Yeah.
One of them.
Right, okay.
It comes down, and as it lands, not many people noticed it. However, Mick did. So when it came to the moment of truth, he had to climb up. The problem with the switch is, when it came down, it actually flipped. The handle dropped. So technically, by way of the match, if the handle's down, doesn't that mean the electric chair is live? Anybody who's watching the match has noticed going, the chair's live, just stick him in it. However, Mick, in his all togetherness, climbed up the side of this cage, and as he got up, he had to lift the handle back up for the moment of truth when flipping the switch back down. So throughout most of the match, the handle was down.
Good old thingy.
What makes it more funny is the fact of when this happened, why did they have the moment as off is up and on is down? Why didn't they flip it? And then so they had to flick it up to turn it on?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been a lot easier?
It would have, but this is logic.
But I know why they wanted it to be down. They wanted it so they could just go, doosh, so they have the actual full swing effect. And it would look better. But it didn't, because if the handle just falls down, it just looked, the whole thing looked a mess and it didn't go right. The match itself was shocking. Oh, I just realised what I just did that. That's a really bad pun. It was abysmal. And it's one of the matches that is going to be looked on as quite bad. However, lo and behold, WCW and no other company has sort of looked at this and gone, ooh, I know what's going to happen here. This is going to be an absolutely awesome match for us to nick or borrow or claim as their own, and we will make it special. Make it ours. We'll add something in. It's like, really? It's like, how far? How far are they going to try? There's everybody's, there's pushing boundaries, and then there's that. So, in due course, the real question I've got to ask is, who the hell came up with the idea of this match? In all fairness, who the hell came up with this concept? Because whoever came up with it must have been on something when they were considering it, or they wanted to try. I understand that they were thinking, oh, let's have a positive. Let's have some fresh ideas. Let's think of something dangerous. Make it look as nasty as possible. Make it look, vile and everything. It doesn't always work like that. And they're having to push the boundaries to make people believe that when he gets in that chair, they flip that switch, he's getting Volt supposedly, maybe to possibly kill a man, and then, sort of, is he going to get carried out or something or whatever? No, they had him flip the switch and here we go. Let's just bring him back to life somehow, So really, that the supposed electric chair didn't actually kill anybody. It just gave him either a heart murmur or just, oh, it's sleepy time now.
Can I wake up now? You're done with your little rant about the electric chair.
Yeah, you pretty much can if you want. It's just stupid.
My last shit match on the list.
No. Who came up with the idea?
Russo, probably.
Whoever came up with that idea? Oh, I've got one more I've just realised.
I've got one that annoys me.
Go on.
King of the Mountain.
I've got two now. I just thought of two.
The first ever King of the Mountain, correct me if I'm wrong, where you used to have to pin the person to put them in a cage for 2 minutes, but you couldn't go up the ladder unless you would pin someone.
Yeah. They still do it.
So it's a shit version of a ladder match.
It's a reverse ladder match. Where you have to put the belt on the hook.
Oh yeah, that's it as well. But you can't put it on the hook until you've pinned someone.
Yeah. You're not allowed to get the belt. It's like, give me the belt. No, you haven't pinned anybody. Or made him tap. Give me the belt. You haven't won.
So give me the belt! No.
I'm Jeff Jarrett. Give me the damn belt.
Doesn't quite work.
I'm
Vince McMahon, damn it, now kiss my ass.
Okay, boss. But anyway, that's a good call. But the man is... It's a little bit of a different idea. I can see where they're coming with it. However, I've got two that stand out right now.
I can see Feast or Fired.
No? Oh, no.
I like Feast or Fired.
No. I don't. The Feast or Fired isn't actually in my head right now. However, one of them is a TNA classic.
Monsters Ball.
Oh, no. And another one is a WCW one-off match.
See, now I'm going to disagree with you because I like the 3-cage idea.
Oh, no, I'm not about the 2-cage. It's a one-off one. Do you remember the Wheel of Doom? During a certain event, they had a wheel spinning. Whoever had control of that wheel must have been fired that night.
We're going to have a terrible pillow fight.
Oh, no. During the idea, it looked like it was going to land on like a no disqualification match. However, right next to it, which is the one that I accidentally landed on, and you notice a mistake when you got Sting in the ring. Look like he's going, what the hell's one of them matches? A coal miner's glove. You just clicked in now, haven't you? It's a dreaded coal miner's glove. Oh, you don't want sandpaper in your face.
Could have been worse.
Go on.
Could have been like a tar and feather match.
Ooh.
That must have been on the wheel.
Ooh, that'll be nice. But the difference is, the funny thing about it is, WWE have managed to do this with Road Roulette. However, they've actually managed to get it right.
Well, of course they have. They must have somewhat hornswoggle. With the same options on the other side. You can imagine Vince in his ear. If you drop this on any other match apart from the one it's supposed to be,
you're fired!
And you can imagine Hornswoggle. He's got the angel this side, the devil that side is going.
Either that or it's pre-recorded.
Oh, I'd love it to be live and Hornswoggle in a little hamster wheel.
What, running, you know, what, turning the crank up, running.
But you can just imagine, he'd be there when Triple
No,
H is going against Kane. Ooh, pillow fight!
During this match, I'm not 100% sure, don't hold me on record for this, with this coal miner's glove. I think it was Sting versus Sid. It might have been Sting versus Sid. I'm not 100% sure, but what the hell is a coal miner's glove match? The idea was you meant to climb up. It's basically, it looked like a coal miner glove on a pole match where you get to climb up, you grab it, you get to use it on your opponent. In this match, it didn't do that.
Right.
It was basically grab coal miner glove, try to use it, but win by pinfall. So technically, they had a straight up match.
Yeah.
Just the coal miner's glove was legal. Anything else was illegal. So, who the hell came up with that? If that was meant to happen, that match, if that was actually meant to happen, my mistake. It wasn't. It was one of the very rare occasions of Jake the Snake Roberts in WCW. And it was at Halloween Havoc 1992. One night after Survivor Series. So straight away, even when I just researched it, one of the options, to pick on is it's literally, what the fuck is a coal miner's glove match?
What's the most dangerous match you've ever seen?
Well,
I know which one I'm picking on the basis of the rules it's supposed to be fought by.
Go on.
And TNA did it wrong.
Go on.
Texas Death Match.
Ooh. Are you on about the proper old school way of doing it? Which is...
Tape your hands up, dip them in glue, and then put them in glass.
Yeah. and have them duke it out.
Yeah.
However, in wrestling terminology, they've never done it that way. They've always done it, where you beat your opponent, you pin
them, and then
ultimate them,
and they can't answer the count.
They can't answer the count of 10. So basically, what that is just mixing 2 matches in one.
But
that's how they've always done it. You can ask Flair.
Mick Foley was supposed to be in a match where the ring blew up, and he said it was one of the worst matches he's ever been in.
Oh, you're on about the Terry Funk one. When supposed Bob Wyatt landmines explosion match, especially seeing as the end of the match is where the ring is meant to explode after so long.
Yeah.
And what made this so stupid and but funny at the same time is Funk managed to drop Mick Foley in the ring, quickly slide out just before the counter. It gets a 0 and nothing. Whoops.
Bye, Mick. What do you mean, bye?
I'm still here.
I believe
I can fly.
But no, Texas Deathmatch has and Thingy has the thing to be the most dangerous match. Hell in the Cell's dangerous. The Elimination Chamber.
Oh, lethal. Absolutely lethal, regardless of whatever.
Monstrous Balls are a lethal match, but it's just like a false count anyway.
Clockwork Orange match.
Ravens match.
Yeah. That's quite dangerous.
That man's just a sick.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you have to be a
special breed to want to do that match with Raven.
Yeah, I'm going to challenge Raven to a Raven's Clockwork Orange match. Bye!
See you later.
You ain't coming back.
The Hangman's match.
Oof, yeah. That's always a difficult one. Ladder match. A simple ladder match.
There's some good matches and then there's some really shit ones.
Well, I've got one more crap one. The second I mention it, I know this might actually flare you up. Are you ready for this? What does everybody think of the Royal Rumble? What does everybody think of the idea of doing it in reverse? There you go. You got silence.
The last person to be...
No.
Last person to be thrown in the ring. It's the winner.
Oh no, it's a little bit different. You had to get into the ring to potentially get into the... It is part of Feast of Fired, but it's not the actual issue. But the difference is with Feast of Fired, that's what the original concept was. You had to get in the ring to do it. However, in this, it was literally whoever got in the ring first, right, won the match. What's stopping you? If you get a head start...
Well, so-called Val could have been in the ring.
Oosh.
Is there a referee in the ring?
Oosh.
Well, the referee's wrong. Earl Hebner's going to Slammiversary. Don't go have the same effect as John Cena is going to WrestleFest. Earl Hebner. Slammiversary. Are you a fan of the Armed Forces?
I cannot get that out of my head. I cannot get that out of my head. Are you...
One of the best prank phone calls in...
Look it up, people.
The John Cena prank phone call.
Just look it up on YouTube. You don't... Oh. It has me crying every time. It's just how he just goes, Super Slam!
Right, and well...
Straight into it. But, last bit, with the Reverse Rumble match, however, if two people get in at the same time, you know what now they sorted the dispute out? By having a match. Where's the logic?
I've got one.
Go on.
We watched the infamous contract on a pole match at FCW.
Oh. How can that go wrong?
No, people might be going, how can a simple contract on a pole match go wrong? it can go wrong when you honor your opponent while trying to hold the contract.
Yeah, definitely. And the problem straight away with it is the idea of the match was, if I'm not mistaken, you had to get the contract. Now, in most companies, as soon as they got the contract, they won.
Yeah.
In this one, you had to have the contract and land both feet in the ring.
Yeah.
As you did the Hurricane, you have heard of the terminology of keep hold. You didn't.
Where's the contract?
Where's the contract? So technically, anybody who held the contract, who picked it up, would have had that title match.
So if that contract had landed in my hands...
Wait, that sounds a bit familiar about a WCW match. The 69ers match. Have you seen it?
No, but I've got the wrong version in my head of what 69ers match could be.
Oh no, this is like, trust me, Booker T, Jeff Jarrett, they've got boxes on a pole. You've got to get up, break the box.
One of them's got a WCW title in it, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Right. You got to get up, break the box, get whatever's in it, and it's yours. But whoever gets a grab of it becomes the owner of that said item. What makes it so funny is this: when it came to the big moment for the big victory. Oh no! In the items, you had some stupid items like family photo or something or whatever. When it came to the big moment, the last box, Booker T jumps up. He hits the box so hard, the belt falls out of the box and lands on the floor before you can even grab it. He then gets out, and while he gets out, you think they let Booker T grab the belt, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Any ringside would do that. So, for example, like the ring announcer, guess what happened by accident? Ring announcer picks up the belt and hands it to Booker. Booker T wins the match.
Wasn't supposed to win the match.
Oh, no, he won the match. Think of the first rule I mentioned earlier. Whoever picks up the said item from the box, touches the item first, becomes the owner of that. So technically, the ring announcer was a world champion. They just robbed him of the chance by changing the rules at the end of the match. Just because he wasn't their guy.
Right, so we're going to wrap this up now because I've got to make an appearance somewhere.
Very quick, very rapidly, seeing as we've gone a little bit over.
So, we're going to do this quickly without me taking the piss out of Matt Burns for once.
Way.
You can find us on Hotmail or Outlook at theburningtruth@outlook.com. We sponsor the Plaza Doubles League, which I'll be doing a charity event, 48 hours. You can find me on Facebook.
Which is for what? Which is for?
It's for the Arms for Alan campaign. It's for a lad who wants some arms for
which
Christmas.
You will be creating a donating page, which will be posted on the actual Burning Truth page and hopefully the Twitter as well.
Yeah.
So if anybody can actually sees that on the page, please be generous and donate. It's a very good cause.
Yeah, you can find us on there. Find me on Facebook at Nathan Goff. I'm on the Xbox as well if you want to play me on it under Alexander Owens. If anyone wants to understand that, one day you might.
One day you might.
You can find the person opposite me on Matt the Bad Boy Burns on Twitter, and then you can find him on Street Corners.
No, you don't. I thought you were going to let me off this week. Never mind. I know you can either find me on Facebook as well, which is Matt Burns UK. Cheers for that. I now can't even do my own, my own hype, to advertise myself. You can also, I'm also a gamer as well. So if anybody wants to add me on there, I'm actually under Matt Burns on there, which is literally just how I exactly said it. Matt space Burns. You can also email me at mattburns04@hotmail.com, and you can also find the latest news, interest, and for this weekend only, seeing as it's Black Friday weekend as well. I've also got a 10% discount on my website for any merchandise, which the actual link for my website is www.matt-burns.co.uk. And I would like to say thank you, Nathan, for displaying my hat. Unfortunately, this is just voices only. No one's actually seen
Not
it.
your hat, it's my hat, bitch.
Please. My merchandise. Anyway, moving on.
It is signed in there.
Anyway, moving on. That's been
The Burning Truth.
The Burning Truth.
That is Maticus Bernicus. I'm Nathan Goff. Go watch local wrestling. We will tomorrow. We're in Cornwall. Cornwall. So that's us from The Burning Truth, folks. We shall catch you later.
Be well. Stay safe. Catch you next week.